Hello students, in this video I am doing the application of the concepts which I taught you in the previous video of mathematical reasoning. If you are not done with that, so please go through the video of mathematical reasoning 1. Now look, I have to fill up these blanks. First case is P union negation P. So in this case, I have two cases. First is when I take P true, and then its negation will be false, and true union false is true. As you all know, if one of the statement is true, then your answer is true. If I take P false, then P will false, and then negation of P will be true here. So false union true is again true. So what I get, that P union negation of P is always true. Now for second blank, again I have two cases, and first case is when I take P true, then its negation will be false, then true union false is false because in conjunction, in intersection, false dominate. If one of the statement is false, then my answer is false. The second case here is if I take P false, I put the sign of intersection, sorry. If I put the sign of intersection here, if I take P false, then negation of P will be true, and false intersection true is false. So answer of P intersection negation P is false for second blank. Now for third, what is written here? P union P. That means the truth value of the second statement is given to us, that is true. Again we have two cases. First case is when I take P true, the second statement is true, true union true is true. Now if I take P false, then second is true, false union true is again true. So in this case answer is true. Now fourth blank is P intersection F. We have two cases. If I take P2 intersection P, if I take PT intersection F, P intersection F, in this case in conjunction false dominate, therefore my answer is false. If I take this false, again my answer is false. So for this my answer is F. Now fifth case is P intersection T. That means the truth value of second statement is given to us T. Now we have two cases. If I take PT, then T intersection T is T. But if I take TF, then in this case F intersection T is F, because in this case false dominate, but if both statements are true, then true intersection true is true. So what I get, what I conclude from here, whatever the value of P, answer is that. Whatever the value of P, answer is that. That means if P is true, I get true answer. If P false, then I get false answer. That means in this case, my answer is P. Okay. Now sixth case is P union F. We have two cases. First, if I take P true, then true union F is true. But if I take PF, then false union false is false. So again what we get, whatever the value of P, that is the answer. If I take PT, answer comes out to be T. If I take PF, answer comes out to be F. Therefore answer is here P. So I think this is clear to all of you. Now we are moving to the next question. And what is written here, you have to read the question very carefully. The contrapositive of the inverse of the given statement. And as all of you know that inverse is, that means first we have to find inverse, then find the contrapositive. Inverse is just negate the first statement on its place and second on its place. That means negation of P implies double negation Q. That means double negation is Q itself. Now contrapositive of this is interchange the places and negate them also. So this second becomes first and first becomes second, and we have to negate them. So if 2 comes at first place with negation sign, and this P goes at second place, negation P goes at second place with negation sign, what we are left with? Answer is first part. I think clear? So first we find here inverse, then we find the contrapositive. Okay, this is the application of what we have done in our previous class. Now look, very important type. What is written here? Suppose this is your statement, small a implies small b. The whole statement P intersection negation R is denoted by small a, and the whole second statement is denoted by B. And as all of you know that in implication there is only one answer false, and that is when true implies false, then your answer is false. And they have written that this A implies B is false. Then truth value of PQR. So we move stepwise. Now look, what is written here? P intersection negation R implies negation P union Q. And we know that if this first is true and second is false, after the sign of implication, then only I get false answer. And you also know that in case of union or disjunction, there is only one answer that is false. And that answer is when both false. Okay. So what I get from here? Both false. We have to find the truth value of these, PQR. Both false. So from here I conclude that Q is false. And from here I get negation P is false. If negation P is false, then P will be true. So I get truth values of 2, P and Q. We are left with only R. Now we move to display. I obtain the truth value of P true. And in case of intersection, there is only one answer which concludes to true truth value, that is true intersection true. P is already true. Here what we get, negation R is true. If negation R is true, then R will be F. So my answer is third option. Look at it again. What we know that true implies false is false. Therefore, first statement will be true and second will be false. So we are doing this second statement first. Now, what I get here, there is only one answer in union that results in false truth value, and that was of false union false. That means the truth value of Q is false and the truth value of negation P is false. If negation P is false, then P will be true. Therefore, I have written P is true. Now, we know that P intersection R is true. So here, we have already obtained the truth value of P, that is true. And in intersection, there is only one case true, that is true intersection true. Therefore, P is true here, negation R will be true. If negation R is true, then R will be false. Okay. Now, next question. I already told you that we should always replace P implies Q by negation P union Q. Then only we can proceed in this chapter. Now we are going to solve this question. What is our question? Negation P implies Q. So Here I write this negation, but as I told you, we have to replace this implication by union using this formula. So that means we have to negate the first element, that is double negation P, put the sign of disjunction or union here, and this remains Q. And as you know that double negation is P, and now what we do, we apply De Morgan's law. De Morgan's is what? Just open the bracket. Negation P, negation of union is intersection, and negation Q. So my answer is third option. Okay. Now this question. Question number 3. Now this is the question which will give you the key to solve any type of question using truth table. So this is very important question. Now what we do here, we make a truth table. This is my question. I make different columns, and there we have 4 cases. If all the 4 cases give the value t, 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 then that is a tautology. If all the 4 cases give value f, 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 a, that means 4 f's, then that will be fallacy. If my question match with first option, then answer is first part. If that question matches with second option, then my answer is second option. Now what I'm saying is this. I am going to make a truth table, and what is in that truth table? First I write here P, and just to remind you, in the truth table of if and only or equivalence, there are 2 values which there are 2 rows which give value true and 2 rows give value false. And what I told you there, you just keep in mind that unlike cases will give answer false and like will give answer true. Like means true true, false false, and unlike means true false. So this is what the truth table. PQ negation P, because negation P is in second option, therefore I am writing here negation Q, because negation Q is in my question, therefore I am writing here column of negation Q. Then I write here P if and only of P equivalence negation Q. This is my first option, therefore I make this. Next is negation P if and only if Q, because this is my second. And first I make this within bracket part, one column of this, and then last column is of question. Now first I take T, P has truth value true, Q has true. If P is true, then negation P is false. If Q is true, negation Q is false. And as all of you know that true, if and only if true, like case, answer is true. Negation P, if and only if Q, unlike case, my answer is false. P, if and only if negation Q, unlike case, my answer false. And the total negation is the last column of this column. So if this is false, then this will be true, because last column is the negation of second last column. Now next case is true, false. If P is true, then negation P is false. If Q is F, then negation Q is true. And what we have to find, P if and only if Q, that means T if and only if F, unlike case F, negation P if and only if Q, that means like case FF, therefore true. P if and only if negation Q, that is again like case, answer is true and its negation is false because last column is the negation of second last column. Now false, true. If P is false, then its negation is true. If Q is true, its negation is false. Now false if and only if true, unlike case, answer false. Negation P, that is true if and only if true, answer is like case true. False if and only if negation Q, that is false. False if and only if false, answer is true because like case and its negation is false. Last case is F. If P is F, then its negation is true. If Q is F, then its negation is true. Now next is F if and only F, that is like case true. Negation P, that is true if and only if false. Therefore, my answer unlike case false. P, that is false. Negation Q, that is true. Unlike case, answer false, and its negation is true. Now, what I get? This is my question. Here, my answer is T, F, F, T. All the four cases are not true. T, 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 T. All the four cases are not F, 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 F. So, 3 is not my answer because if all the four cases are true, 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 then my answer is tautology. If all the four cases give answer false, 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 then my answer is fallacy. Now I have to check this with first and second option. Now what I get, this is similar to first option, T, F, F, T, and first option is T, F, F, T. Second is F, T, T, F. So my answer is first option. So whenever you get stuck with the question, you make the truth tables and you can definitely get the answer there. I hope this video will give you the more clear picture of this chapter. So in order to get latest updates, subscribe the channel method wise, do share and like it.